So yesterday we had talked about how to start a career, right? Okay, we start our book. So today we are speaking about how to shape a career after graduation. Anyway, what's how to shaping our career path? Strategic navigation for the modern graduate in an evolving global landscape. Next, its our vision is that establishing the foundation for long-term professional success, not a small term or it's only the job. Getting the job is not a clear-cut vision. As our vision is that after interview preparation, after getting the job, what we'll have to do? Only the job is the solution. What are all the opportunities you have after the graduation? That is the vision behind this. Now, before moving ahead, self-assessment you have to do. That is, you have to identify your unique strengths, values, and interests. Understanding what drives you is the first step in avoiding career burnout and finding roles that offer genuine fulfillment. ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮೊದಲು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಇನ್ನ ಅಭಿವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಅಭಿವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಎರಡು ಹೋಲಿಕೆ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಮುಂದುವರಿಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ರೋಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ರೋಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ research industries where your passions intersect with high demand trends. This intersection, often called Rikagai, Lekagai, thus the sweet spot of a sustainable and rewarding career. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ ರೋಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಕೋಡಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಒಬ್ಬರ ಒಂದು ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತಾದ್ರೆ then you have to go with that profession itself. Then if you want a script writer, content writer, then you have to go with that. So ನಿಮ್ಮ interest based on values, based on your strengths, you have to do market alignment. Based on that, your path has to be decided. Next, 4 post-graduation pillars. After the graduation, what are all the pillars you have? One is employment, higher education, and freelance business and such. Employment andre you have to directly entering into the immediate experience, immediate level of entry level of roles to build immediate experience. Higher education, deepening the specialization through masters, PhDs, or professional certifications to gain a competitive edge. And third one is embracing the creator economy or freelancing to build a diverse portfolio and entrepreneur mindset. Next is market opportunities in 2025 was that health professional was the high, business and finance is the second thing, education is the third sector, engineering is the fourth sector, marketing and PR is the fifth sector, where we have the market opportunities more. Now, your professional, how much it's done, at the same time, your personal brand, how to increase in that. Example, tailored resumes. That is, move beyond one size fits all. Example, ಅಂದ್ರೆ every role, every highlight, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೋಲಿಗೂ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗುವಂತ ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮ್ನ you have to formulate. So, highlighting specific technical and transferable skills, you have to adapt the resume for every role. Next, Dynamic portfolio. Showcase your proof of work through Behance or a personal website. Employers value what you can do over what you say. Next, impact statements. Use the X, Y, Y as measured by Z. Its formula is quantify your achievements in the internships or university projects. That is very important. So your personal brand is more concerned by the hirers. So it's very important. Next, mastering the LinkedIn. That is digital first impression. How you will have the build up the profile in the 21st century recruiter. Your headline is key reward rich, your summary tells a compelling story, and your profile photo is professional and approachable. Custom URL for branding, skills validation via endorsements. These are all the things you have to make cope up with the your career follow career measure in the this career skill guidance. Okay. Next, the power of soft skills. Yesterday, I have told about the interview preparation. In 2026, the hirers has been have deciding factors are this, that is soft skills. If you have this, then definitely the skill bunch is filled up, then you will be selected. So, what are all those skill bunch? They are communication, adaptability, critical thinking, and technological aspect as well. Next, problem solving. These are all the soft skills you should have. Communication is that the ability to convey the complex ideas into simply and effectively across diverse digital and physical platforms. And adaptability is that thriving in uncertainty and rapidly learning new tools as the technological landscape shifts. And the critical thinking is that analyzing information objectively and making a reasoned judgment to solve complex problems. Now, skill set synergy is that high demand hard skills are that Python, SQL, cloud architecture, and finance, financial modeling, analytics, marketing, SEO, SCM, data analytic tools, and the management, agile, Scrum projects are. Essential supporting soft skills are that collaboration and code review in technology, finance, ethical judgment and communication in finance, creativity and storytelling in marketing, leadership and conflict resolution in management. Now, how it is, now we can have the question that you are telling that almost we have the degree certificate with us, whether it has any value. Yes. It has only the 35% of this value, that is, graduates with specialized micro-credentials or some professional certifications earn significantly more than their non-certified peers. In fields like cloud computing and data science, the gap is even wider. That means if you have a certificate more than that, you will be stand out of the box with your peers, with your classmates, because you will be selected more ranges more than others candidates other candidates. So the value of certification is high while compared to other candidates. Postgraduate strategies. How you have to select time post graduation. That's how it is helpful for you, because we are speaking about the paths and strategies after the graduation. So, academic specialization, pursuing a master's or a PhD for research is the heavy roles. Academia or specialized technical fields like AI and biotech focused on deep expertise. Certain professional programs like MBAs, PG diplomas programs designed for leadership and management roles often include strong networking components and industry exposure. Now, the job hunting roadmap, how it goes. Example, month 1, self-assessment and resume building. and month 2, networking and information interviews, and month 3, targeted applications and interview preparation, and month 4, 4 plus negotiation and transition to work. The hidden job market, how it is going working. It's strategic networking. Over 70% of jobs are never publicly advertised. Okay, so you are thinking that it's almost everything is it's in the market, so we can go there. No, it's the success often depends on how your ability to build genuine professional relationships through alumni networks and industry mentors. So it's building the rapports that's very important with the network. Reach out for guidance and not just jobs. Attend industry webinars and mixers. That's also very important. Network marketing. It's not a marketing, okay? Network marketing is different from network building. That has to be very much clear. So marketing is different, network building is different. Alternative paths. The gig economy, that is, entrepreneurship and freelancing, are no longer just side hustles. They are viable career paths that offer unparalleled flexibility and the ability to work on global projects. 11.4% of new graduates now engage in some form of self employment, building their own brands and client bases from day one. Now, public sector and government roles, that's a very, very, very stable income generated job, and especially the civil services, and it's a highly qualified and highly dignified job roles. So stability and impact is more. Government roles offer unmatched job security and the opportunity to impact public policy and societal change on a grand scale. Strategic entry: preparation for competitive exams like civil services, staff selection commission, or railway boards requires discipline, study, and long-term vision. So if you are capable of that, then go ahead. Mastering the modality, that's very important. The next is the STAR method, that is a situation, task, action, and result. That's very important. Yesterday also I hope is told about this. That is, situation is to describe the context within which you performed a job or faced a challenge at work. Task is that describe your responsibility in that situation, what was required of you. And action is that describe how you completed the task or endeavored to meet the challenge. Focus on your specific contribution. And the result upon resting A, that is situation, task, and action, that will be is equal to result. How it comes, explain the outcomes and results generated by the action taken. Use numbers wherever it's possible. Oh. So next is the mastering the first 90 days in your new professional environment. Now, professional etiquettes, that's very important. So once you enter the company, so how you have to be there? You have to be have the professional etiquettes, professional qualities. Etiquettes means qualities. You have to adapt the company culture, observe it, and every organization has unwritten rules about communication, decision making, and social norms. Alignment is the key to integration. Next is the relationship building with the peers, colleagues, and higher level officials as well, and your lower categories also. Focus on cross-functional collaboration, being seen as a helpful, reliable team player. Early on builds professional capital for your entire tenure. That's very important. Next, financial literacy. Then, it means how you manage your first paycheck is crucial. Allocate 50% to meals, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or investments. Establishing these habits early sets you up for lifelong financial freedom. So this is very, very important. financial literacy, professional etiquettes, and then your career is a marathon, not a sprint. The first job is simply the starting block, not the finish line. So it's a lifelong learning. Sunlight, soil, water, and nutrients, visuals to grow. The degree is just the beginning. Embracing the growth mindset and continuous upskilling is the only way to remain relevant in a tech-driven economy. So, are you ready? Hopefully, you people are ready for our next series and wait for that. Till then, take care. Bye bye.